The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
With the goal on the shorthander.
A Q Media Group production.
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I mean, he can't miss.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight. Girls basketball matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. That's a tongue twister. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Pine City High School, where we have the start of the Here's the Pitch pregame show. Here's the Pitch is the proud sponsor of our pregame show here for this basketball game. Here's the Pitch in North Branch is the area's premier indoor training facility. They've got fast pitch, slow pitch, and baseball batting cages. You can tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Here we go. The game getting set tonight. It's been a week that I've been waiting for. This is a long week. Pine City Dragons have had a long January. Nearly every week this month, they have had 3 games a week. Last week was an exception because, well, it was colder than, well, you put your own term in there that for colder than insert your own funny term. But it was cold last week, so they had a couple of games postponed and canceled. So they had a couple of this week, and they have 3 this week. They won on, Monday? And who did they beat? My goodness, it's been a long week for me too. But they won on Monday, did lose yesterday to Crosby Ironton, but they come into tonight hoping to get back on the winning side of things here tonight. The Dragons did celebrate their youth basketball players. It is Sisters Night, well, Big Sister, Little Sisters Night for these basketball players. So the varsity, I think it's varsity, JVC squad, all celebrate their younger athletes that they kind of take under their wing, and it's like a Big Sister program, but in the basketball world. So it was pretty cool that they got to honor them here before the game. But this is going to be a good one here tonight, and I'm really excited for this one as we've got Pine City and Moose Lake Willow River set to go at it. I want to thank you, our loyal listener, for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. I also want to say a huge thank you to all of our fine sponsors who sponsored this and every other broadcast that we do. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to come out here and bring you any of these games. So, with that in mind, with saying that, let's go ahead and hear a word from some of our fine sponsors. Then we'll be back to talk more about these 2 teams here for tonight's game on WCMP.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you.
This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX.
The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating.
It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Pepsi 12 packs are 2 for $16. Firewood bundles get 3 for $26. Mix and match breakfast and lunch sandwiches are just 2 for $6. And don't forget, Food Network's Guy Fieri's Flavortown menu line, burritos, sandwiches, and churros. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today. Back here in the Here's the Pitch pregame show at Pine City High School for tonight's girls basketball matchup. Ethan Game Day Gilman out here, and let's take a look at these 2 teams. We'll start with the visiting team, the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. And coming into tonight, the Rebels, looking at their record, they play out of Section 7AA, and they are, well, unfortunately, towards the bottom of that section. They are fourth from the bottom at 4-11 on the season, 2-4 in section play, so not bad in that category. You have to go up all the way to Piers, who is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th spot to get a team who has a above 500 record in the section. Esco is behind them in the 7th spot, but they're 2-2. Everyone else, other than International Falls, does not have a winning record. So Moose Lake Willow River coming in 4-11 on the season. They're scoring 43 points per game while giving up 62 points per game. So in their 15 games, 4-11. Taking a look at their season so far, well, yeah, it was a tough start. In December alone, they went 2-5. They won their first game over Two Harbors, then lost 5 in a row to Hinckley, Finlayson, Mora, Barnum, Aiken, and Pierce. Now, those are not shabby teams to be losing to. Those are some pretty darn good teams that they lost to. But they were close in a couple of them. Hinckley, they lost by 10. They lost to Barnum by 4, so not bad. And then they went into a Christmas tournament at Hibbing where they beat Duluth-Denfeld by 11. And then out after the new year. Well, I guess technically they did lose in another. It's just not highlighted. But they did lose to Hibbing in their Hibbing tournament in that one. Then after the new year, now we'll start with the new year, it has still been a little bit of a struggle. They have gone 2-5 rather, losing to Mesabi, East, Floodwood, Mora, Duluth-Denfeld, and Pillager. They did beat Two Harbors once again by 2, and then their most recent win was just on Tuesday at McGregor, where they beat them pretty handedly. So they're coming into this game tonight, 1-1 during this week. They played Monday, Tuesday, and now they'll have a game tonight. So they have had a pretty busy week as well. They've had a pretty busy month of January as well as Pine City has. But 4-11 on the season, and they have really struggled to sometimes even get to the 50-point mark. They've got to the 50-point mark, if I count it up, looking at it, 1, 2... It looks like twice on the season, and they both came in wins where they got to that 50-point mark. So, or 3 times, excuse me, I apologize. 3 times they have gotten to that 50 mark or above. But other than that, in every other game, they have not reached that 50-point mark or above. Am I wrong again? I am. It's 4 times. Because I look at 72, I'm like, oh, that's not the 50-point mark, it's above. So they have, in all 4 of their wins, they have reached the 50-point mark or above, but in every other game, they have struggled to reach that 50-point mark. Now, this has all the markings of a trap game for Pine City. Will it be? I don't know. They got to come into this one understanding that Moose Lake Willow River is still a formidable opponent and that they are in here to beat you. They're not going to give it to you easily just because they're on the road. They're coming in here looking to beat you on the road and get an upset win at your home court. So Pine City's got to watch out for that. But again, Moose Lake Willow River has struggled to get to 50 this year, only done it 4 times, all 4 of those in their wins. So for Pine City, key here tonight, well, try and hold them to or under that 50-point mark. We'll go ahead and take a look at Pine City on the season. They are currently playing in Section 6AA. Now, Pine City is in the top 8 of 6AA. They are ranked 7th right now at 10-8 on the season. But one of the things that is holding them back from having a higher seeding, possibly even a top 4 seeding, is their section record. They are 0-4 in section play right now. Now, again, they're 10-8, and they could have 3, 4, 5 more wins, but they have lost those games by 1 or 2 points. So this could easily be a much more lopsided win-loss category for them, but they have not won some of those close games early on in the season. Since then, well, it's been just fine. But 0-4 in section play, 10-8 on the season, scoring 55 points per game, giving up 53. That has since improved since we got past the new year. It has gotten better. It still can improve. They would still like to see it improve, but it's continuing to get better. And their defense, well, they're used to being holding teams around that 50 to 47 point mark. That is also getting better, though, as this season has gone along. Now, they have been without one of their senior leaders and kind of an energy player for them in Vivian Lottie since their Malacca game. And we'll go ahead and take a look at their schedule here. Just give you an idea of how long they've been without her. She went out about halfway through that game, and she has been out now for, unfortunately, 5 games? Well, 4.5. Or 5.5, excuse me, if you count the Malacca game. So they have definitely missed her presence on the court. But let me tell you something. I had a chance actually to have a short conversation with her before the game, and she was talking about, you know what, I'm just continuing to do what I need to do to get back out on the court. I don't want to rush it back because I don't want to do anything more damaging. I'm just taking it day by day, doing all the things correct that I need to do to make sure that I can be back as quickly as possible to help my team, but she's also not rushing it back. So it's cool to have a conversation with her like that. And that's one of the reasons why I love doing this as my job, because getting to form this relationship with the coaches, but not only the coaches, with the players as well. And I'm not saying that I'm such a special person that this happens to me. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's a special circumstance to be able to build a relationship and have the players come up to you and be able to have a conversation with them like you've known them for forever. So it's really cool to be able to do that with this team and Vivian Lati herself, because you just don't get that everywhere. You just don't get that every place you go. And in our local area, we do get that. But I appreciate this team. I've watched some of these young ladies since they were playing in 8th grade and got a few minutes of varsity time as an 8th grader. I know all the seniors got a little bit of time on the varsity. Thank you. And we're able to get a little bit of time on the court with some varsity minutes, even as an 8th grader. So I have been watching this senior group since they could even get onto the varsity court, and it has been, let me tell you, it's been a true blessing. So it's going to be kind of weird to see these young ladies go when the season's over, because I've been watching their whole career. I've been calling the games for their whole career. So it's been pretty cool to see them grow into the players they have and get just a little bit of a glimpse into the people and the personalities that they have. And I like I said, it is a true blessing. And I know I'm not some special person that this happens to. I just happen to be in a really special spot with a really special job and really special people I get to work with. So that is not a credit to me at all. That is a credit to these coaches and these players, because they don't have to come up and talk to me and give me their time after a game. Sometimes it's a loss. Sometimes it's a win. Frustrating, sad, exciting. They do it all, and they come up and still make time to talk with me. And I can't tell you how blessed I am to have that happen, because it fills me so much that I know that I can bring more to the broadcast than just myself, that I can bring the snippets of these coaches and these players, and I know that you enjoy hearing the coaches and players as well. So, again, it's not me, it's them. So I just want to get that PSA out there, because I have been so blessed to have this job as long as I have. But getting back to Pine City on the season, they're 10-8, 0-4 in section play. In conference play right now, they're 5-2, so not a bad spot to be in. They lost to Zimmerman to start the season by 3. Zimmerman has a QRF of 76 right now. If we look at Pine City, a QRF of 78. That's pretty darn good. So a 3-point loss to Zimmerman, that could have been another win. They did beat Ogilvie, lost to St. Croix Prep, beat Aiken Hastings, lost to Foley, beat Cloquet, lost to St. Cloud Cathedral by 4 in a Christmas tournament, another one they feel like they should have won. Then they beat Concordia Academy in that same tournament. They came out, lost to Bram, beat Hinckley Finlayson, lost to Legacy Christian Academy by 1 single point. Lost to Malacca by 13, but let me tell you, those 13 points, a lot closer than that. Then they went on a nice run, beating Mille Lacs, Esco, East Central, and Barnum before losing yesterday to Crosby Ironton. So it has been a good run for this team. They are looking to get back on the winning side of things and end the week on a high note before getting into next week. And again, playoffs are just around the corner, believe it or not. I know I don't like to talk about it either, because that means the end of the season, but playoffs will start February 26th. Yeah, that's how close they are. That is how close they are. I don't like it either. But that's going to do it for our Here's the Pitch pregame show on WCMP. And hear a word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off here on on Cool Country, 100.9 FM WCMP.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall. ECE Fiber is built by your community for your community. Work, play, and stay connected to what matters most. We offer affordable home and business packages with no hidden fees and 24/7 support. ECE Fiber, easy to use, simple to set up. That's a cooperative difference. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com today.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Are you looking for the perfect way to promote your business? Custom apparel's the answer, and tdealers.com makes it easy. Let's build your brand together. From the design stage to production, we are on your team to create gear that gets noticed. Whether you're building a brand or repping your business, we got your back. High quality merch, fast turnaround, and no stress. So go to tdealers.com and check out our winter sweatshirt special.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Aero Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Aero Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Aero Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Aero Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on WCMP, we've got a announcer in the making. And Vivian Lotti, I'm going to let you. She is announcing the starters here tonight. She's got a future if she wants it. Hey, we will have Vivian Lotti on a broadcast if she wants to. I will give her the invite. She's got that energy about her. It'd be fun to have her on. Listen to her insight on the team and what she would have to say about a game, and it'd be kind of fun. obviously we want to see her back out on the court, but hey, if she's got a game where she wants to come up, she's got the invite. We'll get your starters here for the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. Starting for them is number 4, Tyler Orvidal, Then number 12, Paige Hamill. Number 14, Piper Nielsen. 21, Izzy Dewey. And number 35, Brandy Von Ruden. They are head coached by Andrew Miller. On the side of the Dragons, starting for Pine City, it will be number 2, Mallory Klepper. Number 4, Paige Gray. Number 11, Brooke Boland. Number 12, Kate Unverzant. And number 14, Retta Ganote. That is your starters here tonight. So both these teams getting their final words of encouragement with each other. Rebels in the all-white. Red letters and numbers outlined in the blue. The blue striping on the neck and the sleeves. And then on the left side of the jersey and short, it will be the blue stripe outlined in red on the shorts as well. Dragons all green. White letters and numbers outlined in black. Black trim on the neck, sleeve, and the bottom of the short. And then the Dragon logo on both sides of the shorts. Dragons and Rebels set to go at it. Unverzant and Orvidal at center court for the tip. And we are underway. It's one. It's Ganote who starts with it early. Down to Mallory Klepper. Klepper backs down the defender. It's an early 2 for Klepper, and they get the scoring going early here for the Dragons. Meanwhile, they bring it up the court. Orvidal gets it on this near side for Dewey. Izzy Dewey no good on the 3. This ball is knocked around. Boland will come up with the rebound. Unverzant had her hand in there as well. Now down underneath the Klepper, and Klepper just wide open. Beautiful job, just 1, getting open, 2, the pass to get to her. A little bit of trouble. This pass gets away from Orvidal. It's going to be a turnover in Pine City early on, wreaking havoc. Boland will call out the play. She gets the inbound from Klepper. And Klepper looking, trying to go underneath to Unverzant. It's tipped, and it will be stolen away by Dewey, but it was tipped by Von Ruden. So Von Ruden sets up the steal for Dewey, and it's the first turnover here for Moose Lake Willow River. Meanwhile, nearly a turnover on the side of the Rebels once again. It went through the hands, but now here's a drive from Orvidal. It's a travel on Orvidal, and Pine City gets it right back. So the early mistake, but it is overcome by a forced turnover by Pine City. 18 minutes. I was going to say 18 minutes on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Now it's 17 minutes on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. A minute has gone here in the first half. Unverzant has it. She'll give back to Boland now. Boland will look, and she'll drift to this near side. Give to Gray. Gray wanted the 3, just couldn't quite pull that one in time, and now to Klepper. Klepper on the elbow. Will she drive? No, she'll get back to Unverzant. Unverzant to the far side. Gray. Good defense there by Dewey. Now inside to Unverzant. Nice spin around. Shot is up. It is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Von Ruden. Good looking shot, but just an even better rebound there by Moose Lake Willow River. Now with it is Orvidal. Orvidal gets around 1, trying to drive. We're going to get a foul, and this will either go on Gray or Klepper, and I believe they got Gray. Yeah, they did. So Gray picks up her first, team's first. And inbounding now will be Nielsen. Nielsen will look. She'll inbound. I think that's Hamill. Hamill underneath to Von Ruden. Von Ruden trying to back down. Ganote, it's no good. Klepper with the rebound. They've got numbers the other way, but good defense here by Moose Lake Willow River. Klepper inside. Nice Euro step. No good. Is that? Yeah, that is Klepper who got her own rebound, and she puts it back up and in for 2. 6-0 is the lead. 6 points scored by Klepper. Meanwhile, here's Hamill with it. Hamill will look. She'll give to Orvidal. Orvidal looking. She'll drift to the top of the key. Try and give inside now to Nielsen. Nielsen driving. Shot is up. No good. It's another Klepper rebound. She gives now to Boland. Boland on this near side. She'll drive it up the court. Give on the far side to Gray. Now to Ganote for 3. Good. Ganote for 3, and she knocks that one down from downtown. That came from about A&W. Speaking of A&W, we'll get you an A&W hometown handoff here when we get a moment in the action of break. That wasn't English. Tyler Orvidal, meanwhile, gets the 2. When we get a break in the action, we'll get Celebration A&W hometown handoff. That's English. A little bit better English. Meanwhile, Paige Gray trying to answer with another three, but this one's no good. Oh, that rebound knocked out of Orvidal's hands by her own teammate, but she's able to pick it back up. Orvidal will give off now to Hamill. Hamill will drift to the far side, give it to Dewey. Izzy Dewey. It's a cool name, Izzy Dewey. I like that. Meanwhile, Hamill at the top of the key. Maybe because I do have a friend named Dewey, that might be why, but also Izzy Dewey just has a cool ring to it. Back to the action. Orvidal has it. Nearly poked out by Boland. She gets it back, though. Orvidal gives on this near side to Dewey. Dewey, she'll drift away. And 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. But Hamill got a drive to the basket and too strong. Rebounded by Von Ruden, but blocked there and stolen away by Unverzon. On the far side, Ganot again going to come up short, but Unverzon there for the rebound. This one is missed. And it was rebounded by Orvidal on the far side. A little too strong that time from Unverzon. This time, this ball is knocked out. Boland will come up with the steal. Boland on the far side. Give to Gray. Gray, she wanted it, but she realized, hey, I just got to give it back. Boland going to try and find that lane. Give back out to Gray. Now to Klepper at the top of the key. Klepper will look, give to Unverzon here on the elbow near side. She drifts, gives to Boland. Boland pausing. Give now to Gray. Gray patiently. Oh, trying to go inside to Unverzon. Pass just a bit behind. We're going to get a tie-up. Jump ball. Arrow points the way of the Rebels. We'll get a substitution. Rhea Johnson into the game for Pine City. She gets a breather for Paige Gray. And meanwhile, Klepper with a big steal. Takes the three from the top of the key. It's good. And Mallory Klepper, have yourself a start to this one. They've scored 12 points. She's got, what, 9 of them? Now a three here from Moose Lake Willow River. This is no good, and Boland says, give me that. That is mine. She comes down with that one. Over to Ganot. Ganot inside to Klepper. Klepper, will she back down the defender this time? No, kicks out to Johnson. Johnson, she'll drive. Give to Klepper again. Klepper finds a lane. Little floaters off the front of the rim. She gets her own rebound. Kick back outside now to Boland. Boland top of the key. Rhea Johnson for three. A little too strong. And this is going to wind up in the hands of Klepper again. Rhea Johnson dribbles once. Another three. This one's again too strong. Trying to get it to herself. Tipping it. Did Klepper, but it's in the hands of Dewey. Now stolen away by Rhea Johnson. She says, I want that back. I need another opportunity from three. I can't miss 2 in a row. She's going to get the next one. I can feel it. 12-2 is the score. Give now to Klepper. Klepper, give to Unverzon. She's left alone. She's instead going to drive inside. Splits the defender. Shot is up. No good. But she'll go to the line and shoot 2. This is the first team foul here on Moose Lake Willow River. This will go on, I think they said Von Ruden. So Brandy Von Ruden picks up her first foul. And Unverzon is at the line to shoot 2. First one gets that friendly roll, and it's in. Meanwhile, Maggie Judd will check in for the Dragons. We have 0 and can't quite see the number 5 possibly in for the Rebels. 0 is Jillian Grott. This one's no good. Rebounded by Judd. Judd takes a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Unverzon again. Now to Johnson, now to Judd. Judd, she looks, trying to drive. Instead, she'll kick to Klepper, top of the key 3. That's going to be no good. Judd pulls in another rebound. She came up with a big rebound defensively on Tuesday. They needed it. Now Klepper again, trying to go from 3. Instead, she'll drive, put up a little jumper. I think she could have driven the whole way. She'll get her own rebound, put up a shot. She's fouled again. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Whoa, all right. And through all that action, I can get back to writing down who is in for the Rebels. Number 5 for the Rebels is Melody Mock. And again, Maggie Judd in for the Dragons. First one up and no good here for Klepper. And Gray will check back into the game. She will come in for Boland. So Boland will catch a breather. Dragons so far 1 of 3. And 1 of 4 after that one. In and out, rebounded by the Rebels. And it was Hamill with the rebound. Hamill looks, she'll give. I think it was going to go to Orvidal, but instead it went to Nielsen, and Nielsen drives. She finds the bucket. 13-4. Nice layup there. Now Klepper, She has it, holds on, gives on this near side to Judd. Judd fakes it. No bite from the defender, Orvidal. Judd will try and back it out to Johnson now. Johnson looking, nothing there. Oh, and missed and cutting Unverzat to the basket, but she'll give the Klepper now to Judd. Judd trying to go underneath the Unverzat. Unverzat puts it up, not enough! And it's rebounded by Orvidal. Rebels trying to kick it up the court quickly. She gets it to Mock, and we're gonna get a travel. I thought I seen one there, but wasn't quite sure. Good note will check into the game. She will give, looks like, Klepper a breather. And so this is kind of a glimpse into what next year's team will look like, ladies and gentlemen. Gray is out there. She is the lone senior out there right now on the squad, but this is kind of a glimpse of this team next year. This will be almost your starting lineup next year. This is pretty cool. So Unverzat to the basket, draws the foul. This will go against Nielsen, her first. The other one was on Grot. Unverzat, first one is up and good. She was a bit upset with herself after missing that shot. I think she thought to herself, I should have made that and also got the and one opportunity, but it's okay. As she drops in both free throws, so no harm, no foul. Pardon the pun. 15-4 is our score on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. We get a timeout, and while they take one, we'll take one as well. Back in 30 seconds.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP. Dragons and Rebels going at it. Dragons lead 15-4 on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard. First time out called there by the Rebels. They will inbound after the two made free throws by Unverzat. Meanwhile, Bolin back into the game for the Dragons. She takes the place of Unverzat, so Unverzat will get a well-deserved breather. Meanwhile, Merrill bringing it up the court. Merrill will get just that's Hamill, not Merrill. I don't know where I got Merrill, but Hamill on the far side. Nearly lost it. Rhea Johnson trying to tie it up, but somehow the Rebels get it back, and Brooke Bolin says, absolutely not. We're going to get this. She'll take it all the way. She got the roll. It's in for two. 17-4. Orvidal up the court quickly. Now give to Mock. No, that's Grot. Grot. She'll take it, and she'll back things up, kind of reset the offense. Now give to Orvidal. That was nearly stolen away by Gray, but somehow Mock pulled it in. Now this ball is up for grabs. Somehow got back by Nielsen. Nielsen taking it to the basket, and she'll drop it in for two again. Bolin had to back off. She was not in good enough position to try and defend that one, so she realized that and said, all right, I'm just going to give this one up because I don't want to get a foul. Meanwhile, Paige Gray for three. Paige Gray hits the long one. And it's 20-6 now. Orvidal gives to Hamill. Hamill back to Nielsen. Nielsen at the Dragon logo. She'll give over to Orvidal. Nearly stolen away by Maggie Judd. Orvidal gets it back. Running into Gray, though. And she's got to give it back to Hamill. Hamill goes inside to Nielsen, a little bit handsy by Bolin. She's trying to defend, but Nielsen again to the basket for two. Nielsen has 6 of the 8 Rebel points. Well, here comes Judd. Judd pausing, giving now to Gray. Gray will pause herself. She'll give back to Judd. Judd calls out the play, and she looks to Bolin. That's where she'll go with the pass. Bolin, she looks. Will she drive? No, she'll start and stop, and then give to Judd on the far side. Judd waiting. I think she wanted Ganot, but she was just covered a little too well. Now go to Boland. Boland will try and drive inside. The spin move. Nice move. Chucking it up. Oh, got the roll almost, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. They're going to say by Pine City. So we'll go back to the Rebels. 9:28 to go. Klepper and Unverzat in for Johnson and Judd. And we got one in, one out for Moose Lake Willow River. Looks like Hamill checked out. Did we get it? Yes, we got a new young lady in. And that is number 15. That is Ava Menton. So Ava Menton into the game. 3 is no good. We get a foul, it looks like, here on Pine City. And Klepper does not quite agree with that call. And I can't say much because I didn't get a good enough look. They're going to get it on Unverzant. Her first team's second, it looks like. And the inbound goes to Mock. Mock over to Orvidal. A long 2 over Ganot is no good. This rebound, though, going to wind up in the hands of Grot. Grot will give back to Orvidal. No, that's Mock, and this one nearly out of bounds. Bolin almost got the steal, but they do get it back. Now here's a shot from 3. That's going to be off the mark, and Pine City will just let it go. Menton looked for 3, just off the mark, and Klepper and Bolin over there, and those two seniors, they look at it and go, well, we're just going to let that one go out of bounds. Very smart play by those two. Inbound goes to Boland, and Boland will get the play call as she brings it forward. Pass the timeline, give over to Klepper. Klepper, she pauses, waits, gives now to Gray. Gray looking, trying to find someone to go with it, has to dish back to Gray, now to Unverzant, who hands off to Klepper. Klepper inside, and that is a clear foul that she draws, so she'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's the 4th team foul here on the Rebels. This one going to go against Nielsen, which would be her 2nd and the team's 4th. And Klepper now to shoot 2. Klepper's first one is good. 21-8. 3 in, 3 out for the Rebels. 13, 35, and 12. So 13 is the only one who hasn't seen action. Matt's Mallory Mikrot. This one going to be no good for Klepper. Ganot, though, gets the rebound. And now Klepper for 3. It's going to be no good. Unverzant trying to get the rebound. It's going to wind up in the hands of Klepper. She takes it to the basket, drops it in for 2 plus the and 1. That's going to go against Von Ruden, her 2nd, team's 5th. And Klepper again will shoot, well, actually this time only 1. Looking for the 3-point play. And this one is good. Make it a 3-point play. It's 24-8. Dragons on top, but meanwhile, the Rebels get this one up the court quickly. And here is Hamill. This ball is up for grabs. Von Ruden pulls it back down. Give back on this near side to Hamill, and Hamill guarded by Bolin now. Hamill trying to get around Bolin. Bolin guarding well, though. Trying to go underneath, and Hamill does get underneath, and they're going to get a foul call. Either on Gray or Bolin. Looked like it might go against Gray, as she was kind of asking the questions as to, hey, what happened and what do I need to do differently to not get that foul? So shot is no good by Hamill. She was fouled by Gray. It's her 2nd, team's 3rd, and Hamill's first one is up and good. Judd is in for Gray. And Hamill does get the friendly roll there, so 2 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. It makes it 24-10, and the Dragons still with the lead. Klepper looking, goes underneath to Unverzant. Unverzant, she has to pick up her dribble. There's nothing there. She looks for Bolin. There she is, and she has it on the far side elbow. Bolin will now try and drive. She dishes now to Ganot, inside to Unverzant. Unverzant gets around the defender. Shot is up, no good, but again, she draws contact and a foul, and she'll go to line and shoot 2 once again. This is going to go again against Von Ruden, her 3rd, team 6th. And Unverzant first one, got the friendly roll. Make it 25-10. 3 in, 3 out once again for Moose Lake Will River. And number 22 is into the game. I think that is everybody. Dang near. Celia Sakala. As Unverzant drops them both in. Meanwhile, up the court they go, trying to go quickly. Judd almost got the steal, but does go out of bounds off of her, so it will stay with the Rebels. That is something I've noticed, though. The Rebels do a really good job of getting this ball moved up the court really quickly, and that catches Pine City off guard, and then they're on their heels all of a sudden. They're trying to then catch back up and kind of play, well, catch up. Don't you hate that when you're trying to set yourself up and then you destroy the setup? I don't like that. Meanwhile, again, nearly a steal. Ganot got her hand in there, but Mikrot pulls it back down. Here's Sakala. Sakala back out now to Hamill. Hamill will take the 3. It's well off the mark, and the rebound will go to no one, as Boland does a good job of just watching that one bounce out of bounds on the far side, and she will not risk it slipping out of her hands and going out of bounds and giving it right back to Moose Lake. She'll just hold on and wait for it to go out of bounds. I like that play. So she'll give after the timeline to Unverzat. Unverzat trying to go underneath to Klepper. Klepper does a good job to get around the defender. A little too, well, not enough on that one. And the rebound there for Unverzat. And then now this rebound here is poked out, nearly stolen away, but it's Menton with the rebound. Menton has it back after the pass from Hamill. And two players in the same spot, not what you want to see. Grot gives now to Menton. Menton trying to get around Boland. Boland does a good job, though, of not giving her that edge. Menton just trying to find some way around, but Boland nearly swatted that one away. Now give to Grot at the top of the key. She takes the three, and it is off the mark. And it will go right back to Pine City. 6:36 to go, 26-10. Rhea Johnson comes into the game for Unverzat. And again, Boland will start with it. Boland will give now to Johnson. Johnson pausing, waiting, give to Ganote. Ganote on this near side to Boland. Boland, she'll wait, looking to go inside to Johnson. Nothing there, but then a cutting Klepper gets to the basket. Beautiful pass, and a good drop in there by Klepper, 28-10. Klepper trying to work on the offender, and now she does enough because Rhea Johnson gets the steal, and the give to Klepper is easy enough for two, 30-10. 6:05 to go in the first half. Timeout called here by Moose Lake Little River, and while they take one, we will as well. Back in a minute here on Cool Country WCMP.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP Cool Country, 100.9 FM, Game Day Gilman out here at Pine City High School for this girls basketball matchup, non-section, non-conference, between the Dragons and the Rebels. It'd be cool to see the Rebels in the Great River Conference, wouldn't it? I think it would. I think that'd be pretty cool. They are in the Polar League Conference, though. That does seem like a fitting conference for them, though. Meanwhile, out of the timeout, Rebels have it. Here is Hamill, and she'll go up the court and does find its way to Sakala, does the pass. That was a bit dangerous, but did find its way there. Now with it, and a long two is going to be off the mark. Grot got the rebound. That's a tough rebound for her. She pulled it in, and now getting it is Rhea Johnson, and as she pulled it in, she's going to get fouled, and she will get to go to the line for a 1-and-1. This is going to go against Grot, which would be her second and the team's seventh. So Rhea Johnson will now get to shoot two. Well, Tyler Orvidal checks in for Grot. And Johnson. First one, too strong, and Klepper trying. Yes, she will get the rebound. She gives back to Johnson, but it's too strong. Right idea by Klepper, just a little too much sauce on that pass. Rhea Johnson did all she could to try and pull in that pass, but just a little too much on it. And now, speaking of too much, that one's going to be too much for Mikrot. And that pass will go out of bounds for her. So back-to-back turnovers here. And Pine City has it back. Here comes Maggie Judd with it. Judd past the timeline. Now she gives to Ganote. Ganote to a cutting Klepper inside, no good. And it's rebounded there by Menton. Menton quickly up the court. Again, this Rebels team moves quickly. That transition offense works pretty well, but then the defense for Pine City does manage to get back. Menton covered by Judd. Judd with some good defense, and she's sticky in coverage. When it's man-to-man coverage, oh my goodness, Judd is very, very talented. I mean, she's like what? I don't know if any of y'all have ever used Gorilla Glue tape, but it's kind of like that. 5 to shoot now. They'll give on the far side here and trying to go inside. Boland, what's going to happen? Looks like we'll get so that ball will not go out of bounds first. It will be a shot clock violation first, and Pine City will get it. Unverzad in for Klepper as they get the ball. 2 in, 2 out for Moose Lake Willow River. I failed to see which 2 came in and which 2 went out. It does look like Mock came in. Not sure who she came in for. I apologize. A lot going on that I just apparently couldn't keep up with. Judd brings it forward. She looks one way, gives back to Johnson on the far side. Johnson, she'll be patient, and now Ganote came open late in that far side corner, but she gives to Judd. Judd will try and go inside to Unverzad. Unverzad will look to back down the defender. Go to Ganote, now to Boland on the far side. Boland, she'll sidestep. She wanted the 3, smartly did not take it. Now she'll go underneath to Unverzad. Unverzad spin move inside. Just a little too much on that one. And Boland, you bet, she's going to come up with the rebound. Boland struggling to hold on to it, though. Now gives to Johnson. Johnson over to Unverzad. Unverzad, she looks. She's going to drive. Is she going to take it all the way? The floater is good. 32 to 10. Rebels, again, quickly up the court. And here is Orvidal. Little floater herself is no good. Unverzant with the rebound. She gives to Boland. Boland will bring it up past the timeline. Boland will drift to the far side. She'll look to drive. She stops, picks up her dribble, wants to go inside to Unverzant. Nothing doing there. She'll give to Unverzant, who's now at the top of the hand off to Boland. Boland wants to take that 3. There's just too much defense there. But she'll go back inside to Unverzant. Unverzant lost it. She gives it back now to Boland. Boland looking. Being patient with it here. I like that idea. Then the lob shot inside to Unverzant, and a travel call there on Boland. So Boland called for the travel. So the Rebels will get it off of the turnover, and they'll go up the court. Orvidal has it. Orvidal looking. She'll get it through 2 defenders over to Hamill. What a pass. Now inside to Nielsen. And Nielsen, that time is no good. That's a rare miss from her when she's inside like that. And it's rebounded by Unverzant. Now they give up to Boland. Boland, she's been looking for that outside shot. She gives to Judd. Now to now to Boland. Boland's just been looking for an open shot. There it is. And can't quite bank it in. And then Orvidal almost swatted that one away from herself. Meanwhile, she's able to race to it and get it back. Rebels at the timeline on the offensive side. Give on the far side now to Mock. Mock will give in this near side to Orvidal. Tiptoeing the sideline, just does keep it in. Mock now at the top of the E, trying to go inside. Unverzad blocked it. And then, almost a travel there. Hamill with a 3. Hamill is good on the 3. 32-13. And Judd will bring it up. Judd to Johnson. Johnson. Now to Judd. To Unverzant. Unverzant to Johnson. Johnson, the quick 3. That's going to be off the mark. Boland, you bet she's in there trying to get a rebound, but it's going to be taken in by Mock. And now the handoff, and it give inside to Nielsen. The long 2 is no good. Boland, she pulls that one in. Boland back up the other way. Offenses both have gone a little bit stale other than that 3 hit by Moose Lake Willow River. Boland trying to kind of jumpstart this offense again for Pine City. Under 2 to go. Unverzat holds it. Looks to Judd. Instead, we'll give back outside Boland. Boland on this near side corner. Patiently getting a screen there. Now we'll try and lob it into Unverzat. Nice job pulling that one down, and then just can't get the bounce, and it's rebounded by Orvidal. And she will give it on this near side here to Hamill. Hamill will cut back and forth at the top of the key. She'll take the 3. Oh my, that is good. And might have to start watching her. Yeah, I mean, she took that as if she telegraphed it. I mean, it just, she knew it was going in. That was a thing of beauty. Wow. Meanwhile, under a minute and a half to go, Pine City's offense gone a little bit stale here. They're just trying to find some way to score. Judd trying to kickstart it. It's no good. Coming up short on the layup. Nielsen with the rebound. And here come the Rebels once again. Well, there's a young lady you don't want with the open court. It's Hamill. She gives to Orvidal. Orvidal drive inside. A hard shot at the basket. It's going to be no good. Unverzat will get the rebound, and we get a timeout called here by Pine City, and I think they just need one. I think they just need a quick breather to kind of get back and get their offense going the right way. So it'll be a full timeout, and while they take one, we will as well. Back after a minute here on Cool Country.
Stay connected with ECE Fiber. Get fast, reliable internet for your work-from-home needs. No more lag during virtual meetings. Manage your account easily with the ECE Fiber mobile app. ECE Fiber. Simple, local, reliable. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Timeout taken there by Pine City. I think they needed something to kind of reset, maybe get a new play in, a special play to kind of get the offense to break out, so to speak, just so they can get this offense rolling once again. They were rolling early on here, but the last few minutes they've just kind of there's been nothing there. I mean, you got to give credit to Moose Lake Little River's defense. They have done a good job in stepping up, but Pine City's missed a few what seemed to be, pretty easy layups. Obviously, they're anything but they just have missed a few things, and that's going to miss from three, but Klepper gets the rebound. Gray drives inside, puts it up for two, but she's fouled. And she'll go to line and shoot two. This will go against Mock, and the team's 8th foul, and now Paige Gray will shoot two. Gray is good on the first. Well, hey, even if you're scoring at the free throw line, that's still a plus because, well, you're getting yourself to the line and scoring. And Gray will hit them both. Well, that's what you like to see. Hitting free throws is big. Meanwhile, Rebels again just so quickly up the court. Oh, that too easy for Gray on the steal. Gray gives to Klepper, back out to Boland. Boland to Gray. Gray over to Klepper. Judd is wide open. There's the three. Too strong. And the rebound there for Hamill. And if there's someone you don't want to take a last-second shot, it is her. She's got it with 10 seconds to go. She gets a screen. They're not going to allow her to take an open shot. They won't even allow her an opening. They actually doubled her at one point. Screen here. They're going to try and get it to Orvidal. It's poked out. Lobs it up. It's going to come up short, and that will bring us to half. So the Dragons end this half a little bit left to be desired, but they do score before half, which I still think is important. But they'll get things figured out, and they'll come out of this half and get that offense going once again. But defensively, they still did play really well. So that is going to do it for our first half of play. Be sure to tune in after a word from our fine sponsors for our halftime show, which is brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora.
When Minnesota winter hits hard, you want a heating expert who gets central Minnesota. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance, your hometown pros for furnaces, repairs, and smart upgrades that keep your home warm without burning cash. Locally owned, trusted for decades. Fast, honest service from people who live where you live. Stay warm, Minnesota. Dale's Heating and Appliance, the local heating experts who've got you covered. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com to set up your consultation today.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Lightforce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Rice Krispie Sheet Treat, just $14.99. Sweet Chaos Drizzled Popcorn are just $2 for $8. Snack Time Frosted Pretzels only $5.99 each. Ghirardelli Milk Chocolate Snowmen are just $7.99. And Shirley Temple 7-Up 12-packs, 2 for $12. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch Christie and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
ECE Fiber Internet, the best choice for you. Affordable packages for home and business with reliable service and no hidden fees. ECE Fiber, connecting you to what matters most. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
It's the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora has state-of-the-art facilities and over 44 years of experience getting vehicles back on the road. Game day going out here at Pine City High School. Dragons lead in this girls' basketball game 34-16 over the Rebels of Moose Lake Willow River. Taking a look at some of our first half stats, starting with the Rebels. Leading the way scoring was Paige Hamill with 8, 6 for Nielsen, and 2 for Tyler Orvidal. They only had 1 steal and 8 team fouls. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, it was Mount. Kate Unverzat had 7, 5 for Paige Gray, 3 for Ganote, and 2 for Brooke Boland. Rebound-wise, Mallory Klepper led the team with 9, 6 for Unverzat. They had 7 steals, 1 block, that came from Unverzat as well, and only 3 team fouls. So a really hot start for Pine City, a really good start, kind of the start that we've been really looking from them. They haven't quite had that explosive start that we're kind of used to seeing from this team. And I hate to use the term used to seeing from them because I don't think you should ever get used to seeing anything from a team because it depends game by game. It goes on a game-by-game basis. So you can be a team that, yes, a lot goes high tempo to start the game. But if you got a team that you want to take things a little bit slower and kind of dissect them a little bit more, well, then that changes things a little bit. So not that we're used to seeing a fast start from them, but we have seen them start like that in the past, and they very much have that ability to do so in games. But this is kind of the beginning of that first half kind of felt like what we've been waiting to see from this Pine City team this year. Now, as the half went along, give credit to Moose Lake Willow River. They did a really good job of stepping up, getting some plays defensively, and also scoring in a hurry. Their tempo, they run a little bit of a quicker tempo, and that offense can get going in a hurry. So this team, although on paper it is lopsided, but this offense can get out in a hurry in transition and score some points, and we've seen that from Hamill herself. She hit 2 big threes there in that first half. So for Pine City, I think defensively they got to get back a little bit quicker in transition. But then I think offensively they just got to remember, relax, take a breath. Far too often this year we've seen them where it's like, okay, they're getting out and they're getting in a good they're getting out in front really well, and they've got good pace, but then they seem to rush their shots a little bit. So I think for Pine City, just slow it down just a half step. Just a half step, not too much, and maybe they'll do the opposite. Maybe they will step it up a half step to try and get by this Rebel defense that has kind of almost shut them out in the last couple minutes of the half. So they could go the exact opposite way. They could wind up taking it up a half step in speed, in pace, or speed, whichever one you like to call it, to try and get by the defense a little bit quicker. So it could go both ways. It could be they step it up a half step, or it could be they take a half step back. I'll be interested to see which way they decide to go here in this second half, because, again, I think either one will work, but I think for this team, I think one of the biggest things is just hitting the layups. We've seen a few missed layups in that first half, and kind of reaching for layups, kind of extending that arm far too much, to where if you back the defender down one more step, or you take one more step, you could either draw the foul or get a little bit easier of a layup. So I just want to see them execute a little bit better, and maybe try and be a little bit more aggressive on getting to the basket. I think they've done a really good job, but I think they can afford now here, especially in the second half, to be a tad bit more aggressive in getting to the basket. Other than that, I thought they played really well. They dished the ball around pretty well. They found the open players really well, and they drove to the basket at a decent amount. But I would just like to see them execute just a tad bit better and make those layups. Those should be automatic, and they're not obviously automatic, but those would be automatic layups. I want to see them make a few more of those here in the second half. So that is just about going to do it for our halftime. But before we get out of halftime, I want to give it a shout out and quickly do a hometown handoff thanks to A&W in Pine City. You can stop in for a frosty mug of their famous root beer, or pair it with a juicy cheeseburger, a savory mushroom and Swiss, and yeah, why not pair it with those delicious, delicious cheese curds that they have over there. A&W is rooting for all the players here tonight. So our A&W hometown handoff, we're going to go ahead and take a look over just right across the street at the Pine City Civic Center, as the Pine City boys host the Cambridge Isani Blue Jackets tonight in that game. And I'm so great at my job, I forgot to look it up here. Don't worry, that is what YouTube is for. But taking a look over there, it looks like it is in the second period. Blue Jackets currently lead 1-0 over there. So that is a look at our A&W hometown handoff, brought to you by A&W in Pine City. They are wishing all the teams playing tonight good luck. That is, though, going to do it for our halftime show, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. They are ICAR and ASC certified. They are even recommended by insurance companies. So if you had an accident, let Hones Auto Body and Glass fix you up. Halftime is over. Pine City will start the second half with the ball with 18 minutes on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Plus, they have those 3 locations. Not only that, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. So we just trying to, I think, got a little bit of an issue at the scorers table real quick. There we go. We're getting ready. We're back. The man himself, Mr. Stoltz. He is back in his throne, and we're set to go. He is the official clock man for tonight. We appreciate the, you know who doesn't get mentioned? We mentioned the refs, we mentioned the fans, we mentioned the players and coaches. You know who doesn't get mentioned enough for the good work that they do? The scorers table. Let's give a huge shout out to everyone down there at the scorers table. Good work. Not just tonight, but each and every game that you do. Good work. Meanwhile, Pine City starts the second half with the ball. Unverzad underneath, trying to go for the basket. Instead, she'll give the Klepper now on the far side. Bolin, she's been wanting that one all night, but just comes up short. And it's going to be Hamill who gets the rebound. Yeah, Bolin's been looking for that all night. She just hasn't been open. Rebels have not given her any space. And this ball going to roll out off of the Rebels. It will go right back to Pine City. And Bolin, man, came out short on that one. But I tell you what, next time she gets an open shot like that, I would bet money that she would not miss. Bolin, though, she brings it up, gives it over to Gray. Gray will pause, now give to Ganote. Ganote at the top of the key. Gets a little bit of a screen from Bolin, now to Unverzad. Unverzad will look, give to Klepper. Klepper thought about the long three. Now tries to drive. She'll wait. She'll drive again. She turns her back, gives out to Unverzad. Unverzad thought about the three. She pulls it up and now drives to the basket. It's in for two. Really good shot fake that time by Unverzad, and then an even better drive. And just a good little layup. Hamill will get by one defender. Now in this near side into a little bit of a trap. Give underneath here to Von Ruden. It's blocked by Klepper. Klepper adds a block. Last year, she was averaging 2 to 3 blocks a game. It's taken a little bit of a step back because they've used Unverzad more in the post and have used Klepper more as an all-around player, but don't get it wrong. Klepper can absolutely still get it done on the blocks. Meanwhile, this inbound nearly stolen away by Paige Gray. What a play, but she just got a little too in front of it, and it was behind her. So if it didn't go behind her, that's an easy two. Meanwhile, a three here is going to come up short, and the rebound should be knocked out of bounds. And was that Dewey? No, it was Nielsen who had the hand on it last, and it was knocked out of bounds by her, so it goes back to the Dragons. Brooke Boland up the court, past the timeline. Give to Unverzad. Now to Ganote. Ganote looks to Gray, and Gray wanted that three. There's nothing there, though. Klepper to Boland. Ganote. Two players there, and she'll give the Klepper. Klepper for three. It's off the mark. Unverzad with the rebound, and two. 38-16. Rebels go on this near side. Here's Hamill. That's not who you want to leave open like that. Yeah. I mean, the shot barely hits the nylon. That's how good of a shot it is when she takes it from three. It's a thing of beauty. Meanwhile, Gray says, how about this? She answers it back with a three of her own. She says, hey, she ain't the only one who can get it done well. She's got a point. Meanwhile, Orvidal has it. Now crossing the timeline, and she'll try and kick in the middle. And speaking of kick, they're going to get a kick ball here on Pine City. What are the odds of that? I mean, overall in a basketball game, pretty good, but the odds of me calling that and then we get a kick ball whistle. Here's Hamill. Hamill. Give now to Dewey. Back to Orvidal. Gets by one. Oh, she forced that shot badly, and then the rebound up for grabs going to wind up in the hands of Ganote. That was kicked around a lot. Winds up with Pine City, now Boland. Klepper wide open from three. It's too strong. Boland says, that one's mine. And then, that is blocked. It will be out of bounds. But blocked nonetheless for Orvidal. That's her first. Boland was just a little bit out of position on that layup. Tried to reach for it, but again, just a little bit out of position on that one. But smart play because, again, she was just off. And now, there it is. Brooke Boland for three. Yeah, like I told you, she gets another chance at one of those. She ain't going to miss, and she did not that time. So a timeout called here by, it looks like, Moose Lake Willow River. While they take one, we will as well. Back in a minute.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of a dollar, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit NorthlandBoilerSales.com.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP, 45-19 is our score. Dragons in the lead over the Rebels of Moose Lake Willow River. Rebels will have it out of the timeout. They will inbound, and it goes right to Hamill. Yeah, she's been kind of the playmaker tonight for them. Loose ball. It's picked up by Boland. Boland will take it to the basket. Oh, give underneath to Unverzant. Unverzant now to Gray, now to Klepper, inside to Boland. Boland spin move, give to, that's Ganot, excuse me. Now back to Boland. Gray, elbow three, off the mark. Unverzant gets in there. They're going to say it was knocked out of bounds by Moose Lake Willow River. So Unverzant yet another rebound, knocked out of bounds by the Rebels. Dragons hold on to it, 18 to shoot on the shot clock. And we got to get somebody to inbound the ball. Looks like Boland will go back. I thought they were going to get Ganot to inbound, but Boland will go back. So Boland looking, show inbound to Klepper. Klepper will hand off to Boland. Boland over to Gray. Gray now to Ganot. Ganot wants to go inside to Unverzant. Unverzant then gets outside the perimeter to Klepper. Klepper thought about kicking and going for the three, but instead she takes it to the basket and lays it up for two. 47-19. On that far side, they go underneath Von Ruden. Oh, she was left alone. Now kick on this near side. Orvidal trying to get around Boland. Spin move. Nice spin move. And that one's going to be short. Rebound by Klepper. She's got a double-double. Boland up the court, then stops on a dime. Give over to Klepper. Klepper back to Boland. Boland now to Gray. Gray, Klepper, three. Good. 50-19. And Mallory Klepper is feeling it tonight. Hamill runs into a little bit of a double-team zone. Meanwhile, it's up the court to Von Ruden. Von Ruden trying to get through a couple of contacts, but now over to Orvidal for three. Good-looking three. You know, this Rebel team is not bad at shooting that long ball. Meanwhile, here, give to Gray, now to Klepper again. Klepper looks over the offense, then decides to kick over to Ganot. The defender fell, so Ganot drives, but she has to stop now and give to Unverzant back to Klepper. Klepper will work it to the top of the key. And she'll try and drive. Good defense there, but she gets around her and, then leaves it short on the shot. Rebound there by Nielsen. Oh, man, not one you'll see her miss very often. Hamill with it now for Moose Lake Willow River. She gives over to Orvidal. Orvidal gets a screen, but there's Klepper. Shot over Klepper, no good, and Gray gets the rebound. Gray will bring it forward. She'll kick over to Klepper underneath Unverzant. Unverzant, good movement of that ball. Really good movement. But now here come the Rebels. Orvidal. She finds a lane. Little floater is no good. And rebound to Boland. Boland, quick up the court. Underneath again to Unverzant. And Unverzant this time leaves it short. Rebounded here by Boland. And she can't get it to fall. But don't worry, Unverzant is there for another rebound. So Boland and Unverzant, good communication there and good, being good teammates, just realizing, hey, I've got it. Now you get it and you put it back up. They say it's 53-22. Another kick ball. Not quite sure. Did they call Kleppers? They called one of these young ladies' threes a two. And I'm not sure whose. Meanwhile, we got Johnson and Judd into the game, and that number 22, it is. Number 22, Michaela Klepper into the game. So Michaela Klepper into the game. Meanwhile, this shot is up, no good. Von Ruden with the rebound, kick back outside. Now underneath to Mikrot. A three from Hamill is no good. Unverzant gets the rebound. And she's now got a double-double herself. She gives to Boland. Boland will kick to this near side. Judd, three. Oh, just off the mark. Mock with the rebound for the Rebels. Give back to Hamill. A three. Oh, it's in and out. Rebound there for Rhea Johnson. Now to Boland. Boland. Ooh, lost it there on that dribble, but good job not getting a double dribble. This ball was tipped by somebody. Grott will get the steal. And now on this near side, Hamill for three. You betcha. (54-25) or 53. Not quite sure. Again, they took a three away from someone, it looks like. Or maybe I'm just off and it was called a long two. I'm thinking it may have been Klepper. Meanwhile, this shot is no good from Judd, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot two. It's either Gray or Klepper they took the three away from. So this foul's on Mikrot. And I didn't get to see before the substitution who it was on. So now it's 54-25. Yeah, not quite sure. It's either it's Gray or Klepper they took the three away from. Meanwhile, Judd hits both of those free throws to make it 55-25. Ball is loose. Unverzat will pick it up on the steal. And to Boland. Boland gives on this near side to Judd. Judd fakes the pass. She'll dribble, give to Michaela Klepper. Klepper now to Judd. Judd fakes, drives inside, gets through some contact, and she'll shoot two. Nice job by Judd. Cutting the defense and realizing, hey, I've got a chance here. Grott will pick up her third foul, team's second, and Judd's first one is good. 56-25, and we will get Ganote, Klepper, and Gray back into the game for Boland, Michaela Klepper, and Unverzat. So we'll see if it's Klepper or Gray they took the three from. Meanwhile, Judd drops both free throws in again. You know, that's an underrated part of anyone's game is shooting from the free throw line. This shot no good. Rebounded by Mallory Klepper. Up the court to Gray. Gray got it for two. By the way, they did take, it was not a three for Gray when I called it. It was a long two, so I apologize. Paige Gray, I was wrong. It was a long two for her. Never want to make a wrong call, so I apologize to Paige Gray. That was a long two. Still a good-looking shot, though, from long range. Meanwhile, here's Hamill trying to get around Gray. Now the give over to Mock. They'll try and go inside. That is blocked by Ganote, stolen away by Klepper. And to the basket is Joe. We're going to get a travel. Judd got called for the travel. She's not so sure about it. She says, huh? It was close. It was close, to say the least. So the ball will go back to Moose Lake Willow River. I think I missed a young lady who got in for Moose Lake Willow River, and I believe that's 33, which is Kendall Volk. I apologize, Kendall. So Kendall Volk into the game for Moose Lake Willow River. She's wearing number 33. Meanwhile, Grott. That is Grott. The ball is up for grabs, taken back by Mikrot. On the far side, Mock for three. Oh, she banks it in. Well, whatever bank she shops at, I need to go to because the bank is open this late. For her, anyways. Probably just for her. Meanwhile, Dragons have it back. Top of the key, Ganote. Ganote goes to Judd. Judd will look, and she wanted to go to Klepper. She'll get back here on this near side to Gray. Gray holds it, and she nearly lost it. Good job to stop before that third set because that would have been a travel. Nice job there by her. Judd driving to the basket. Draws yet another foul. You got to give her credit. Seventh grader out there getting a bunch of varsity minutes. And that is the third time she's drove to the basket and has drawn a foul. Meanwhile, second foul there on Mikrot. And the team's third. And yet another make from the free throw line by Maggie Judd. Nothing short of impressed. Meanwhile, 2 in, 2 out for the Rebels. And Judd, you betcha, yet again, all two from the free throw line. Unverzat Boland and Michaela Klepper in for Judd, Johnson, and Ganote. So the two Kleppers out there. That's got to be special. Mallory Klepper gets to be out there with her sister, Michaela. Michaela only a 7th grader as well, so you got Judd and Michaela Klepper out there as 7th graders. And the 2 Klepper sisters get to play with each other. Meanwhile, this pass from Grott to Mock is a little too strong. It goes through her hands, and it will go back to Pine City on a turnover. 61-28 is our score. Klepper inbounds to Boland. And past the timeline, Boland will go to Unverzat. Unverzat, she looks, says, let's see, we'll go to Klepper here. To Boland. Boland wants another opportunity at 3, but defense that time going to be too good, and Boland double dribbled. She knew it too. As soon as the whistle came, she was like, man, can't believe she did that. Not like I can't believe she did that. Obviously, it's a mistake. It happens. You knew what I mean. You know what I mean. Can't believe herself she did that. There we go. Either way, Rebels do have it back off the turnover. Rebels nearly given up, but picked right back up there by Menton. Menton being bothered by Gray. Gray. And now a 3 just off the mark. Oh, how did she pull that in? Klepper, impressive. That was Mallory Klepper. Up to Gray, and Gray for the easy fast break 2, 63-28. Now the pass on this near side to Mock. They'll try and go inside to Sakala, and she gets fouled. So this will be the first team foul on Pine City here in the second half. They'll get this one on Paige Gray, her 3rd. And we are into running clock. So 7:15 and counting. Inbound goes to Grott. Grott trying to get around Unverzat. Underhand pass back outside for 3. Gonna get a foul? Did they get that on Gray again? They did. It'll be her 4th. And at the line to shoot 3 is going to be Menton. Gray going to have a conversation with the coach. And it will be running clock, so now we're under 6:45 to go. And this one no good. Substitution as Orvidal, no, well, I think it'll be one more maybe. And Menton gets that one to fall. So Orvidal and Nielsen will work back in for Mock and looks like Volk. And Menton, this one is good. So Menton makes 2 of 3 that time. Make it 63-30. And Boland calling out the play. She'll drift by the screen of Klepper. Now give to Michaela Klepper. Klepper wanted to go inside to her sister Mallory. Now Gray to Boland. Boland looking underneath to Michaela. On the far side, kick to Gray. Gray does a good job. Tightrope the sideline. Now to Mallory. Mallory will drive inside. Kick to her sister Michaela. Michaela will give to Boland. Boland going to try and drive inside. Good job there. She looks for a foul. No call. Orvidal with the rebound. Now on the far side. Kick underneath. Orvidal. Good pass, but just a little too strong. And it's Mallory Klepper with the rebound. Give up here to Unverzat. Unverzat lost it. And it will be stolen away by Sakala. Just couldn't quite hold on. And now Orvidal. Ooh. Could have got called there for the travel. Meanwhile, this shot was actually rebounded by Nielsen, but she stepped on the baseline and we'll go back to Pine City. Judd, Johnson, and Ganote in for Gray, Unverzat, and we got 4 out and 4. Oh, we do know a young lady, and that is going to be number 13, Jocelyn Lorsung. So Lorsung into the game now for Pine City. I was like, we got 4 out and only 3, or 4 out but only 3 in. But no, Jocelyn Lorsung is in there for Pine City. Rhea Johnson drives, kicks back out Ganote, now to Lorsung. Lorsung with under 5.5, kicks to Michaela. Michaela Klepper to Judd. Looks to Johnson. There's nothing there. She'll drive again. Is she going to get another foul drawn? No, this time it is going to be a steal by Nielsen. She'll take it to the basket. Klepper did a good job to get the hand on the ball, but she must have got a little too much. And they'll get her for the foul. So that will send Nielsen to the line to shoot 2. First one, no good off the front of the rim for Nielsen. And 2 will... No, 1 sub right now for the Rebels. I think they'll work the next one in after this free throw. As Nielsen no good on that one. It's knocked out of bounds. That should go back to Pine City, yes. So now the sub is in. 63-30, under 3.5 to go. Pine City with the lead, and they're on their way to yet another victory here on the season. Looking to improve their record to 11-8. Meanwhile, the drive here from Judd. The long 2 is just off the mark. Michaela Klepper trying to get in there for the rebound, but it was swiped away by Volk. No, that's Von Ruden. Meanwhile, here is Menten to Sakala underneath to Von Ruden. Gets around Ganote, not enough though, and Ganote trying to pick up the rebound. It's going to wind up in Von Ruden's hands again. Her shot then over Ganote, and it's in for 2, 63-32. Judd calls out the play. Kicks now to Ganote on the far side. Ganote trying to drive, give to Johnson. Johnson gets around a couple defenders, sees the lane, and she's fouled, and she'll go and shoot 2. Yeah, that's pretty clear foul that time on Brandy Von Ruden. One of these seniors on this squad. The other senior is Izzy Dewey. And yeah, she just kind of forgot to put her hands straight up and down, and that's a pretty clear foul. So Rhea Johnson will shoot 2. First one's up and good. 64-32. Now into the game is 34. That is Madison Sidlecki. And Rhea Johnson gets the friendly bounce there, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. It's 65-32. To Sidlecki, I think. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I completely apologize. Hamill for 3. No, that's Dewey, the senior, for 3. Makes it 65-35. And coming back the other way are the Dragons. Give now to Johnson. Give to Judd. Judd will go to Klepper. Michaela Klepper will hand off to Judd. Judd getting through traffic and just not enough on that one. Menten will get the rebound. Judd has just been fearless on those drives. That's been impressive to watch. 7th grader and getting a lot of varsity time, and those types of drives are not something you would see a lot of times from an athlete that young, but hey, she is fearless out there. Love to see it. Good movement here by Moose Lake Willow River. Trying to get this ball around. Michaela Klepper nearly got the steal, but that will leave her alone. One-on-one with Ganote. The shot is somehow going to find the nylon. Got a little bit lucky in Mikra, but hey, whether it's luck or talent, it doesn't matter because it fell in. Johnson will wait on the elbow. Give to Michaela Klepper for 3. It's a little too strong. Judd is there, and Judd can't quite get it to fall. Man, what a rebound by Judd. Good-looking 3 by Klepper as well. This shot is no good. We'll get a, jump ball. Possession arrow points the way of the Rebels. 22 seconds to go. Clock stopped. I think it's supposed to continue. No. So the inbound, and nearly stolen away by Ganote. Shot is no good, and rebounded by Ganote, and that will pretty much seal it. 16 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. We'll give to Judd, and Lorsung, just off the mark. Her entire team was cheering for her to try and get that rebound, or the 3, and she was just off the mark. A lob here. It's going to go off the mark, and that will do it. 65-37. The Dragons with the victory here tonight on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Well, be sure to stay tuned. After the word from our fine sponsors, we're going to get a conversation with our player of the game and head coach Patrick Judd. But first, a word from our fine sponsors, then we'll be back with the post-game show brought to you by Pizza Pub of Pine City.
How do you want to be celebrated? a church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Pepsi 12 packs are 2 for $16. Firewood bundles get 3 for $26. Mix and match breakfast and lunch sandwiches are just 2 for $6. And don't forget, Food Network's Guy Fieri's Flavortown menu line, burritos, sandwiches, and churros. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Here on WCMP Cool Country, the Pine City Dragons get the victory over Moose Lake Willow River 65-37. Here we are in the Pizza Pub of Pine City post-game show. Be sure to head on over to the Pizza Pub of Pine City, see what they're cooking up on their Facebook page for the Pizza of the Month. Every month is always something new and delicious. And take a look at the stats here real quick. Starting with the Rebels, leading the way scoring for them was Paige Hamill with 14, then 6 for Nielsen, 5 for Orvidal, 3 for Mock and Dewey, and 2 for Von Ruden and Menton. They had 4 steals, 1 block, and 12 team fouls. For your Dragons, it was Mallory Klepper with 22 to lead the team, 15 for Unverzant, 11 for Paige Gray, 6 for Judd, 5 for Boland, 3 for Ganote, and 2 for Johnson. 13 rebounds for Klepper to lead the team, 10 for Unverzant. They had 10 steals, 3 of them came from Boland. They had 3 blocks, 1 each from Ganote, Unverzant, and Klepper, and they only had 6 team fouls. So really good job defensively here tonight by the Dragons, just kind of put it all over the Rebels, and they allowed 21 points from the Rebels here in the second half, but a lot of those came kind of, I guess, in what we would call garbage time. And I know it's not garbage time because, well, you get a lot of these younger athletes some very significant minutes in a varsity game. But they did a really good job defensively, and I thought the younger players, some of the JV squad players that got to come into this game did a really good job and coming in and just taking over. Mickey Judd, although she didn't get it from outside of the free throw line, she did a really good job at the free throw line. And again, that is an underrated part of someone's game. At the free throw line, she was 6 for 6 with 6 points on the evening. A really good night for her. And then, Unverzant came alive here with 8 points in the second half, and obviously Klepper had a really big first half, so they didn't need her to do too much more in the second half. So, although she did pick up 13 rebounds, so just an overall really good performance. They didn't take this team too lightly, which, this could have been a really big trap game for Pine City. It wasn't the case. They got out in front early and just continued to stay out in front and play their game and play the way they're supposed to. So for the Dragons, it's a good win here tonight. They did what they needed to do to get the win, get back on the winning side of things, and now they're 11-8 on the year going into the new week. But again, postseason play for these teams begins February 26th. I know, less than a month away. I don't like it either. But that's when it begins. And that's not a play-in, ladies and gentlemen. No, that's round 1. And at this point, Pine City, as we mentioned, is the 6th. So they would get a home playoff game. It looks like we're going to get our player of the game, and that will be Mallory Klepper. Well, Mallory, first of all, congrats on the win here tonight.
Thank you.
And you came in off of a tough loss on Thursday, but you got the win here tonight over a tough Moose Lake Willow River team. How did it feel to come back out and get a win?
It felt great. Obviously, we were a little tired from last night's game, but we had the energy in the gym. We had our Dragon Sisters here to support us, and we were playing for them, and we just wanted to do good.
And how special was that to have them here in attendance? They were here all game long, and you could hear them all the way through. How cool was that to be able to have them here tonight?
It's so great, and it's just, one, it brings up the energy, but two, it also shows me that I'm such a role model to these girls, and so is the rest of our team. We're just going out there to show them what they can do and like being role models for them, so it's great.
Absolutely, and that will bring up the next generation. But for you guys here tonight, did a really good job of getting out in front early, and it felt like that this team had that spark early on that in some games has been missing. What was it like to see this team get out to such a quick start?
It's really great, especially coming off of the loss and being able to just punch them in the face, that's our saying, and it's just great to get the momentum going, and then you can feel the electricity in the gym too once that starts.
Now, you got a little bit of time on the court with your sister there as well at the end of the game. How did that feel for you?
It's great. You know, we've been working with basketball forever, and just to be out there with my senior year, it's just great.
Absolutely. So you guys back on the winning side of things, 11-8 at this point of the season. Obviously, you don't want to overlook any opponent going forward, but in this last month before the playoffs, what are some of the keys for this team to not only continue to grow, but to continue this winning ways?
I feel like to continue the winning ways, it's keeping our energy up, going out there and putting our all into it instead of getting flat on our feet and all that stuff. And then also our defense has been crazy good this year, and that's something that we really strive on, and just putting the pressure up on the girls when we know we can and making sure we don't foul.
Yes, and this speaking of this defense, it has been really good. The if you look at Minnesota scores, it won't tell the whole story, but this defense, especially after the new year, has just been lights out. What has been the key to that kind of turnaround, getting back to Pine City defense?
I feel like it's just trusting our teammates. Like, we trust Paige and Brooke to go up there and put the pressure on, and we got their help side if they do get beat, which is pretty rare. But just knowing that our teammates there to help us and just to do our role and let everyone else do their role.
And it seems like rebounding has only gotten better as the year has gone on as well. There are times where it's like, oh, you're here. Well, why don't you take it? So what has that been like to see everyone kind of getting around the ball?
It's great. Like, last year it was me. I was the big person in there, and it was rebound for me. But being able, Brooke even getting in there, our little 5-foot guard, it's great. And people just don't realize that, and just seeing her fly through, and I'm like, okay, she got it. Perfect.
For sure. And last year, blocking-wise, you guys, I mean, it was many a game. You yourself had about 2 or 3 a game. Now it seems like it seems like a lot more of your teammates are getting in on the blocking action. It's not just you anymore. You get to kind of be a little bit more free to do other things. But what is that like to see this team be able to get those types of plays, the blocks like that as well, especially in games where you've got some really good shooters?
I feel like it gets the pressure off of us a little bit more, and understanding that once again they can do this, and having the excitement with them doing it. Like when Kate goes and gets a crazy block, I'm ecstatic for her, and it's just great to see them be able to accomplish these things too.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Congrats on the win, and good luck going forward.
Thank you so much.
That again was Mallory Klepper joining us here in the post game, our player of the game. We will see if we can't get Coach Judd up here for the post game. I know he's busy. He's got some people he likes to talk to as well, but appreciate Mallory Klepper for coming up. Yeah, on the night for Mallory, 22 points, 13 rebounds, double-double. She had 2 steals and a block on the night. Get used to that. She is stacked the stat sheet for many, many years, and it continues here this evening. But it's not just her. She talked about it. It's the entire team getting it done. You know, sometimes it felt like, you know, maybe she had to do it all a little bit last year because she was kind of the tallest one out there, and she had to go get it done. But this year, everybody else is getting involved. You know, Boland, I've said it before, and I say it with the utmost respect for her game. She is like a bulldog defensively, because if there is a rebound, it doesn't matter what it is. She's going to go get it. Whether it's underneath the basket, whether it's outside the perimeter, it doesn't matter. She's going to get the rebound, and she doesn't care who's in the way. That is her type of mentality, and again, you talk about Mallory Klepper, who affectionately talked about her as their little 5-foot guard, but that is is such in an affectionate way, because they know that, sometimes size plays a factor in a lot of these things, but it doesn't bother Boland, and that's one thing. But then you got, younger players like Unverzado comes out there, Ganote and Judd, and Johnson even, who come out there and don't have a ton of experience on varsity, but man, they have just continued to grow and get better as the season has gone along, and they continue to do that. And as I mentioned in the pregame, now after this new year, they have been just red hot. They've lost 4 times, but man, they've been really close in some of those losses, and in the wins, they're looking really good. They're looking like the Pine City team that they know we can be, and they really look like they're hitting their stride as of late. And if they can continue that, you heard Mallory Klepper, just continuing to trust in each other and know each other, and this will continue to build. So they finish this week off with a win. Next week, it starts with a little bit of a tough game, but they'll start the week at Crosby Ironton Wednesday, a rare Wednesday game. They get to host Mora before going up to Aiken. Then that's part of a 3-game road trip, because then the Monday after that they go to Bram and then go to Mora before finishing up 2 games at home against Spectrum and St. Francis. I look at that St. Francis game. I know that's a big QRF disparity. I know that's a bigger school. And I know St. Francis is on a roll. I think that's a game for Pine City. They can win that game going into playoffs and stay healthy. Good luck, Section 6 AA. If they were able to pull that one off, and even if they're able to just play well and stay close, this section is in for it. Pine City's a really, really, really tough team, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the regular season holds for them as a squad. It is going to be a ton of fun, but just trying to buy a little bit of time, see if we can't get Coach Judd up here to get a quick conversation with him here in the post game. But we're in the Pizza Pub of Pine City post game, and as I mentioned before, game day specials every Sunday at the Pizza Pub of Pine City. You can bring the crew and watch your favorite team and eat your favorite pizza and wings. And while we got him, actually, here he comes. Here comes Coach Judd. So we will. No, it's all good. We'll hear from Coach Judd here in the post game. And first of all, Coach Judd, congrats on the win here tonight. A pretty special night. You get the younger Dragon athletes, the next generation, to come be a part of this game.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite nights of the year. It's the Dragon Sister Night, where we get to celebrate our entire program, K through 12, and every year it just keeps growing and growing. Got so many girls that love basketball, and it's fun for them to see. Absolutely, and looking at this game, you guys got off to a really quick start here tonight. What was it like to see your team get off to such a fast start? Well, it was nice because we played last night. We played a really good team in Crosby, and you just wonder how much legs you have and everything, but I'll say those young girls that were here supporting the team for Dragon Sister Night probably gave us a little spark, got us some energy going, and it was nice to knock down a few shots and get going right off the bat, like you said. So definitely is what carried us throughout the game. Absolutely, and coming in off of a tough loss last night, but you come in and hold this Rebel team to only 16 points in the first half. What is it like to see this defense go out there and perform like that? Yeah, we did just talked about keeping the ball in front of us and making sure that they have to knock down some shots and make sure we don't foul. And the girls executed that very well. We let number 12 get away a couple times on some shots, which we knew she was going to hit some, but those are little things that we can clean up here later. But yeah, I was very happy with the first half and just loved how we kept it up in the second half as well. Yeah, you mentioned keeping it up in the second half, and then you were able to work in some more of the younger ladies. But I think one of the things that may go untalked about when it's going well, but goes plenty talked about when it's not going well, the free throws here tonight I thought were really good, and one of them was Maggie Judd, 6 for 6 at the line here tonight. What is it like to see this team continue to improve, but even do really well at that free throw line? Yes, we've been stressing that all year, that in order to win games, you got to be able to knock down free throws, and even though it's a blowout game like that, for example, she did a really good job of just staying focused and knocking down those shots. We count on her in big game situations, so she treats every free throw like a big game situation. That's the mentality we want to have. So, she led the way on that, but all those girls stepped to the line. They looked comfortable in rhythm, and that's what we talk about, is every time it should be the same. And we take a look at this team after the new year. This team looks like it's finally hitting their stride, and after the new year, it looked like, okay, things are finally starting to fall into place. What has been maybe one of the keys to that, to getting back to what people know as Pine City basketball? The defense is looking phenomenal. The offense is starting to follow suit. It's the stuff that we're doing in practice, but it's also the girls are really starting to show the skills that they have always had. You know, it's I'm really looking forward to this next month here, seeing what we do, getting ready for playoffs, because if things go the way that they seem to be going right now for us, the chemistry's there, the girls want it. We could make a really nice little surprise run in the playoffs, and obviously that's a month away, but everything that we do between now and then is leading up to that is what we got to be focused on, is one day at a time.
And you've been able to do it without one of your senior leaders out there, unfortunately,
Right.
with an injury. But what has that been like to just see the other players stepping in and stepping up with her absent?
Yes, Retta Ganote and Rhea Johnson and Maggie Judd have definitely done a good job of filling that void when Vivian's been out. We're hoping to have her back here in the next week or two, and it's just nice to be comfortable to know that you have those other players that can step up like that. And even tonight, Michaela Klepper got a little bit extra time in there too, and we're trying to groom her into being one of those future players too. So it's very exciting to know that these girls don't flinch when that happens, and we're staying. Otherwise, we're fairly healthy, and that's what we're excited about.
You talk about a busy month. January has just been a gauntlet of a schedule. It continues next week with 3 more games, but you get kind of an interesting week because you get a game on Wednesday against Moore at home. That kind of splits the 2 away games you have next week. I'm sure it doesn't change much, but what does that change for you as a coach and the players with a game on a rare Wednesday?
Well, we haven't had. It feels like all January we haven't had practices, so it'll be nice to have an extra practice, like in between games instead of playing back to back. So, yeah, it's a little bit different, but it's nice when you're playing at home when something's different. So I think that will be a benefit for us, and especially with Moria, who's not only a conference foe but a section foe, and we got to be very much ready for that game too. Obviously, we're going to focus on Crosby and see if we can close that gap even more than what we did from last year to this year, and just try to get better every game. That's the important thing.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on the win here tonight. Good luck going forward.
Hey, I appreciate it. Go Dragons.
That again was Coach Judd, and thank you. Thank him so much for joining us here in the post game. And yeah, this team just continues to grow. They continue to trust each other, and that is why they're growing. Is they just continue to trust each other and know that, hey, she's going to be there. She's going to be at this spot. Hey, she's got this. She's got this. So just been really fun to see this team grow, and they're going places. Like you heard Coach Judd say, if they can continue what they have been doing here as of late and can continue that going forward into this last month before playoffs, there is no doubt in my mind they're going to wind up surprising a few teams, and they're going to wind up in a deep playoff run, and they're going to be talking about a team in Pine City that is making it to not only the semis but even a championship run. That's the kind of team that they have built here, especially this season. It's going towards that, and again, they'll continue to grow. I really can't wait to see what this team looks like. Obviously, I'm excited to continue to call games, but man, the growth of this team has just been phenomenal. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to see what they are able to do by the time playoffs come, because let me tell you, they're in play right now for a home playoff spot. But, man, when they go to those neutral sites, every team they play is going to have to worry, because this team is just going to be so well-rounded. Offense, defense, special teams, they are going to be able to do it all because they are doing it now. And this last month, yes, you don't want to look too far ahead because, well, that's when bad things happen and you lose games that you shouldn't. But there's a lot of good to come from this team here, and I really do believe that they can make that run. Before I go, I want to remind you that we are doing a Pine Insurance Athlete of the Week thanks to Pine Insurance of Pine City. They have locations also in Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, McGregor, and the Player of the Week will get the coveted Player of the Week t-shirt for a job well done. It highlights their efforts on and off the court. And when you need an insurance agent that always puts their best efforts to work for your home, auto, and business insurance needs, visit pineagency.us for a quote. So we do that every week. We name one. It's about Tuesday, Wednesday-ish we name it. And if you have an athlete that you feel deserves to be nominated, please help me out, because I can't get out to every single game, even though, trust me, I'd love to. I can't get out to see all the athletes that might deserve it. So if you have an athlete that you feel deserves a nomination for Athlete of the Week, please send me an email at wcmpsports gmail.com, and I'll read that over. If you could include some stats as well, or just maybe some accomplishments, whatever it is, I would be greatly, greatly appreciated, because, again, we want to give all the recognition to all these local athletes that we can, and that rightfully deserve it. So we want to be able to do that, and you would be a great help. But that is going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much to our fine sponsors. Appreciate them. And give you some ways that you can stay up to date here on WCMP. Of course, the morning show on 100.9 FM with Josh Miron at 7:30 and 8:30 right on this very station. Or 7:45 and 8:45, excuse me. 7:45, 8:45 for the sports update here on WCMP. You can also stay tuned on our website at WCMPradio.com. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links that we'll have for the games coming up that week. Plus, on our website, we will have interviews with coaches and players and articles from the games we were at. Also, our social medias, our Facebook and Instagram for both stations, and our Twitter or X at Q Media Sports for all things local sports, as well as this very, very, very YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. That way, you're up to date with all things local sports. I want to remind you to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone's going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. And as a Christian man myself, I'm commanded by God to love everybody. Love thy neighbor, love thine enemy. So let's work on being nicer and loving everybody a lot more, because, especially in today's world, man, we need it more than ever. The final here in this one, Dragons beat Moose Lake Willow River 65-37. Once again, for WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend.
ECE Fiber is built by your community for your community. Work, play, and stay connected to what matters most. We offer affordable home and business packages with no hidden fees and 24/7 support. ECE Fiber, easy to use, simple to set up. That's a cooperative difference. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's ORDERECEFIBER.com today.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.